So welcome everybody, whether you're watching live or on replay, to the Essence of Self-Realization. This is stream number 3 of a series of very short streams introducing you to some of the key pointings in self-realization, and also at the same time giving you an insight into the Living Soul app, which is a really key tool in sharing the message that was launched this year. So if you've joined the previous two, we've done some exercises with the singing bowl, getting you to open to the recognition of a presence and awareness here that is witness, not just to the sound of the singing bowl, but to all phenomena. And in the first stream, I asked you, are you that awareness? Are you the body-mind? And then in the second stream, I asked, if you're that awareness, is that awareness affected by the changes in phenomena, particularly things like emotions and so forth? And if it's not affected, then what are the implications of that? Now, the realization that ultimately everybody's going to come to is that that awareness, this essence that I'm pointing to, is actually unaffected, always unaffected by whatever's here. But if your mind had tried to convince you in listening to the previous streams that no, it is affected, and because I'm that, and it seems like I swing back and forth, the question then is, well, who's aware of those changes, the swinging back and forth? And the answer to that can only be awareness. So actually the argument defeats itself, because awareness is always watching whatever's transpiring, and it always remains unaffected. So one of the questions I left you with last night then was, well, what are the implications of that? If you're this awareness and it's always unaffected, then all these challenges, changes, emotional triggers that you face in life, can you actually be those? Or are they simply appearances on the green screen of consciousness, as I call it, and that the awareness is simply neutrally observing all that? The implications of that for you, for your life, for inner peace, my friends, are life-changingly important. Life-changingly important. Because if you can recognize and experientially realize that you are that unchanging awareness, then this becomes the spiritual anchor. Also, what does it say about what you think and believe about who you are? You've been conditioned into believing that you are the body-mind, and yet this pointing over these 3 short streams is pointing directly at that actually there's something higher, greater here that is unchanging, unmoving, untouched, and actually pointing you to that actually you're that, and that this body mind is a vehicle through which you experience, but this unchanging presence remains irrespective of what's happening. What might that mean in terms of all of these events then? It means there's an unchanging, untouched, unblemished, witnessing presence. And if you're looking for peace, then it's only going to be found, realized from that which is unchanging. And it's already here. So the invitation for you to leave you with tonight is, if I'm this unchanging awareness, what does it say about who I am and the opportunity for inner peace? And again, that's not an intellectual exercise. It's one to be with and let float into and see what the implications of that are. The implications are huge for your life. Huge. So be with that, and we'll take that further tomorrow night. I'm deliberately taking this very slowly, step by step, so that you can grasp this. And if you haven't seen the previous streams, then I recommend you go to the YouTube channel and look at the Living Soul app playlist and go through those one by one slowly. So just quickly looking at the conscious trade, is when thoughts cease, is this my real self? The long and short answer to that is whether thoughts are here or not. Awareness is the essence of self-realization and meditation. And if one is rested in awareness, what will happen to thoughts? I'm not going to answer that for you. I'm going to invite you to be that with that. So now what I'd like to do is show you another little aspect of the app, and this time I'm going to show you, it's going to start by showing you the home page. I'm going to click on the Explore tab of the app, so that will happen automatically. And then I'll go into one of the categories in the app that's called Programs. And there are a series of programs in the app, which I'm going to show you quickly now. So let me just put myself in the corner. And here we go. So now we're on the Explore page. I'm clicking here into Programs. I'm going to scroll right down to the bottom. You can see there's lots of programs in there, right from an intro to a 13-week program that's coming off, that's going at the moment. A very brief taste to start you off with, 3 days, and then a 7-day introductory program, a transformative meditation program for 7 days, and then the next one is a retreat, to a full retreat recording. And then there's an 8-day dissolving emotions and blocks, one of the most common things I'm asked about. A 28-day program. That's a nice deep dive. And then you're going to see what's happening currently is the 13-week program. Now you can do any of these programs anytime. But it's good to follow the sequence from bottom to top there. That might change over time. And then I've added an evolving program as well that you've seen there. Now, these programs aren't the only thing on the app. These are just one facet. It's basically using the app material, the videos, and putting them into a structure. But you can use the app organically as well. So tomorrow night, when we explore a bit further, I'll show you yet another aspect of the app from the Explore page. The questions to leave you tonight then is if you're this unchanging awareness, what does it say about who you think or believe you are? And what does it say about the opportunity for inner peace? More coming tomorrow night, folks. I trust these are proving useful for you. I'll see you same time tomorrow night. Bye now. Oh, I'll just put one thing in the comments. Sorry. If you want to find out more about the app, follow that link. It's just coming through now. There you go. See you tomorrow, folks.
Living so